Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Hello friends, welcome back to Paranormal Rabbit. Today we've got the final installment of the Aokigahara Forest series. I found it very interesting. There's a lot of stuff that happens in there. They do finish the 100 stories. If you haven't watched the previous videos, then I encourage you to go back and watch them. 2, 3, and 4. That will fill you in on a lot of what's going on now. Again, like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel out, as well as gets me closer to my goal of being monetized and helping out the community by giving back. I think you'll find this one quite interesting. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Come on. Are you ready? Okay, let's go.
You see the writing on the wall. See it now, do you see it at all? Caught in a web of lies, tangled so tight. That's like a window here in the night. Look at your reflection, truth so thin. Can't hide behind that crooked grin. We see through you like shattered glass. These deceitful days can't forever last. Cecil, can you hear the voices calling out? Truth gonna break you, take away your doubt. No more hiding, no more disguise. Watch the truth burn.
I feel much better about this now.
Low-key, a little bit, right? These are all tools.
I mean, this looks like maybe it was like, again, I'm trying to think positive.
No.
Yeah.
But to leave all this here though, you know what I'm saying?
And
This is to cook.
yeah.
Water bottles. Oh my god, is that standing stood right behind you?
Right behind you.
Right behind you.
Wow.
So you didn't hear the whoo, loud ass,
No.
like demon dog barking?
No. Very negative, demonic territory.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
You know what I
this
mean?
guardian white lady is like, hey, I don't know what else to do to tell you, but your friend's gonna try and murder you. Like, this lady's probably so over this right now.
She's been warning everybody though, you know, warning you to get out, telling us to run, like the
Maybe
fact
that's
that
why.
we're still
Maybe
here.
that's why we need to get out.
Door and be like, okay, let me get some fresh air.
No,
Right.
you have to actually get out. You have to run
Right.
and you have to track to be able to actually get out.
That's a known thing that happens here is they come camping here while they sit and decide what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So like they'll make that like their home base away from everyone, and then they use that and venture deeper or return. But my instinct is that if you were returning, you're gonna clean up what you brought in.
Especially if
That's
you
everything
right.
behind, especially one culturally.
Yeah,
You're not in of all countries, this is one that does not leave trash behind.
absolutely.
And they're valuable, so to me that seems like that might have been the base camp, hence the ribbons to get out there.
Yeah.
In case I change my mind, camping a few days, and they could be further back. But like, why leave it? I feel like they would carry it all out with them.
Agreed.
Of all countries, if it's the USA, I'd be like, eh.
Does that mean if
I know what you're saying.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep.
If the app's still there, that means they haven't found him. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I
Because they
agree.
would clean up the
They would
trash.
clean it
That's
up.
exactly why.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If the crews here that come and check once a month,
Yeah.
they would clean it up as well.
So it's
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
But if
That
it's
is
not
a-
that fresh, then
Was there items there that you felt like somebody would totally bring that back?
It wasn't. There was no personal items.
They're all food.
Okay.
There's gloves, like work gloves,
Yeah. Yeah, like somebody just kind of
Tarps.
went out there.
like some of those like aluminum stands where you cook.
Yeah, yeah.
Water
Like
bottles.
fire, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If that was found by the teams that do come here, they would have removed it
Mhm.
without any doubt.
All right, so we read the stories and then we go over there?
Yeah, read the stories to complete this.
Or
and
should we
then-
go over there in the morning after we sleep?
let's read the stories and then
Yeah.
we'll
Read
decide.
the stories.
Farming town. It was close to Halloween, so the change in seasons was in the air. My friend was staying the night with me, but by 10 p.m. we were bored and decided to walk to their house that was about 2 miles outside town. We reached the edge of town and the last streetlight illuminated, the start of the empty country road we had to walk along. We didn't think twice about anything scary. It was mostly fields and tree lines, with the worst predator being the occasional coyote. We walked far enough down the road that the streetlight behind us was a distant oasis of light. It provided just barely enough illumination to remind us it was not all empty fields along the road. There was also the cemetery that ran for a short section behind this part of the road. My friend tried to jokingly say scary things, but their words echoed hollowly in the silence. Just as we reached the end of the cemetery and the tree line that separated from the fields, we heard a noise. There was something in the trees, and it was big. Very big. That's what we were saying earlier. It was making a lot of noise, but it was not thrashing wildly. It seemed to be moving toward us slowly but purposefully. The sound of the dead tree limbs breaking as it pushed back them sounded like explosions in the darkness. This was the first time in my life I understood the saying, deer in the headlights. Even though my heart was hammering in my chest, adrenaline was being poured into my system, I was frozen. The primal part of my brain was screaming danger, but it was not providing me with any choices to pursue. It wasn't until a blur of movement crossed in front of me that my full mental faculties engaged. I was able to process the fact that the movement was my friend running past me down the road as fast as they could. I decided that was a valid option and took off after my friend as fast as I could. Eventually, we reached my friend's house safely. We spent the rest of the night theorizing what that was in the trees. In the morning, I walked back down to the road to town, past the cemetery. During the day, the house we were looking to move into. I remember when we walked past one of the rooms downstairs, I got goosebumps when I looked into it. The lights were not working at the time. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't?
It was like a little growl.
Past one of the rooms downstairs, I got goosebumps when I looked into it. The lights were not working at the time. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't? I left it in dark, making it even creepier to me. Fast forward a few months, we moved into the house. I hadn't really thought about the room since then. One day I was just kicking a ball around downstairs out of boredom. At one point, I swear I could see something out of the corner of my eye. I looked towards it and actually stayed for a split second, and then it vanished. It looked like a little girl wearing a bright white nightgown, and it was standing in the doorway of that room. It scared the crap out of me, so I ran upstairs and told my parents. They laughed it off and told me I was just spooking myself. A few weeks later, I was doing the same thing, kicking a ball around downstairs. Again, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. This time I didn't look at it right away. I made an attempt to kind of glance at it and make it out just in my peripheral view. It was a tall, dark figure this time. Then I decided to look at it again, and it stayed for a split second and vanished. It was definitely a taller, dark male figure standing in the doorway of the room, and it was pointing inside of said room. Needless to say, I stopped kicking the ball around downstairs. Weeks later, I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. When I came back and tried to go to sleep, I heard knocking on the wall. My room shared a wall with the spooky room. It would knock a few times, then I heard what sounded like a baby crying in that room. Then the knocking would start again, then repeat. It went on for a while. I was too frozen with fear to investigate. I eventually fell asleep and had a dream about me walking past that room, and I saw a tall man hanging from a noose in the middle of the room with the girl in the white nightgown crying in the corner and a little boy running in circles around the hanging man. Since then, I haven't had any other experiences with that room. My family thinks I'm just trying to spook them when I try to tell them about it. I am now living on my own and
Falls forward, we hear this blood-curdling scream.
Oh God.
We all freeze looking at each other. It felt like an hour. We hear the sound of someone falling, crashing through the trees, and then hitting the ground hard. We're all freaking out at this point because someone just jumped off the bridge. We haul ass over to the area where we heard the noise, ready to help whoever it was, but when we get there, there's no one. Nothing. No broken branches, no leaves, no dust kicked up. We searched. All of us used our phone flashlights and checked every possible area, probably a football field-sized area. We searched and searched, calling out for anyone who might need help, but it's like we're completely alone. No evidence or any sign at all of someone in the area. I can still hear that scream echoing in my head.
Wow.
My own personal ghost. He's never spoken, never reached out, never done anything but smile, that vile smile from the darkness. Yet his silence speaks volumes, feeding into the narrative of my life, a narrative I've carefully constructed around his presence. Tonight, as I sit alone in my room, I sense him again, the familiar chill running down my spine, the edges of my vision darkening until he is all I can see. The Hat Man, my constant companion, my tormentor, my muse. He's closer now than he usually dares. His smile is wider and more grotesque. And as the nausea builds, a thought occurs to me, more terrifying than any special visage ever could be. What if the Hat Man is not the one clinging on to me? What if I'm the one?
What's up?
What if...
Just turn
What
on.
happened?
Someone just poked my hand. I thought I put my hand on a stick.
Really?
What?
Did you put weight on
That's
it?
why I just checked. I was like, did I just put my hand?
Did you put any weight on it?
No, my hand was like this, and I felt it just go.
Yeah, you were just standing there. Or
Weird.
sitting there. Okay. What if the Hat Man is not the one clinging onto me? What if I'm the one clinging onto him, unable to let go, afraid of what my life would be without this dark figure to blame my fears and failures on? The realization hits me like a punch to the gut, stronger than any wave of sickness he's ever induced. And then, just as I'm about to confront this thought, to delve deeper into the implications of my own dependence, the Hat Man does something he's never done before. He steps forward out of the shadow into the dim light of my room. His smile widens even further, if that's possible, and for the first time I see something like anticipation in his eyes, or invitation. The room feels colder now, the air thick with expectation, and as he raises a hand, beckoning, the story of the Hat Man and me hangs in the balance, an unfinished tale that's taken a sudden...
So, these ghost stories, does anybody out there have their own ghost story? Do you believe in the Hat Man? The Hat Man usually happens during sleep paralysis. If you have any interesting, scary stories you want to tell, write them down in the contents. I will feature them on here. I had a strange experience years ago. I had come home from school and I fell asleep on my bed. It was very hot in the house that night, that afternoon. When I woke up, I couldn't move. It took all of whatever I had. I tried to scream, and just a moan came out of me. I opened my eye, and I could see the outside of my bedroom. I could see that a light was on, but I tried to move, and I couldn't move. I didn't see anything, but I sure knew something was in there. You could feel it. You could feel it. It's very heavy and ominous, and just you knew something was there. I tried with everything I had to roll off my bed because I was sleeping right next to the side of the bed. As I rolled off, I fell in slow motion until I hit the ground, the floor. When I hit the floor, it startled me back to being awake again. That's the only time I've ever had sleep paralysis. Do you think the Hat Man really exists? Maybe I should do a video about it. Again, if you have scary stories, write them down. Shoot me a Gmail. If you don't want anybody else seeing it, shoot me a Gmail. Let me know. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Back to the video now.
Up on a Wednesday night about 2 in the morning, and there was a ghostly figure walking up in the middle of my bedroom floor. I froze and reached for the light on my bedside locker, but it wouldn't switch on. So as a coping mechanism, I decided the only thing I could do was to hide under the duvet and hope it all goes away. After about 10 minutes, I peek out and notice the light is now on. The room is empty, and I managed not to urinate on the sheets, which is always a good thing. The female that was in my room was dressed in black, and I could make the outline of her face out. She spoke softly, saying, "Don't mind me." That didn't settle me in any way. In fact, I think it made it worse. So fast forward to that Saturday night. I had friends over and I had a new phone, which at that time was pretty cool because I had a camera on it. We were taking pictures and messing about. 2 days later, I noticed in one of the photos that this lady was sitting at a chair and my kitchen table right behind where my friend was sitting. I freaked out. It was her, and I thought I was losing my mind. For about a week after this, I noticed strange things in the house, like the cupboards in the kitchen all being open and the front door being unlocked when I knew I locked it. I had terrible nightmares for this week too. I finally stopped bottling it in and told my parents what was happening. Once I had told my parents everything and showed them the photo, they took me to our parish priest, who to my surprise immediately came to our house with us. He opened the front door and back door and said prayers as he blessed the house and said a few words. An interesting thing he said was about the area I live in. He said it has seen so many strange things and frightening things on the hill, which he can speak about, but claimed what happened, which he can't speak about, but claimed what happened to me was minor compared to what others had endured. I asked more questions until he finally told me everything. We live on a mountainside in Ireland above a small town which has become very built up with houses and activity. About 3 miles away, there is a narrow water castle, around 3,000 years old, which is notorious for its hauntings and cruel history. I was informed that anyone killed in the castle would have been buried in the land where my house is, and there's a lot of activity and a lot of lost souls in the area. Hold. That's the last one.
The ritual is complete.
Summoning ritual too.
I don't feel like I'm falling into the air, thank God. Doors core.
Can anyone
This must be thy grave.
That's a tripwire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone able to demonstrate? You can map it. You see
It
a
says
figure.
there's something right there, right next to the box.
Here my chains.
Doing this to see if maybe you can give us a sign to strengthen you, to open up your connection to us.
Whispering your name.
Whispering your name.
You wanna do it?
Whisper
Whisper our own name.
I think so. I think that's what he's saying.
Salty.
They've all gone silent.
Completely.
K2, REM pod, even the rope is
The
stopped.
darkness haunts you.
Darkness haunts you?
At least it hugs you.
Oh, it does say hugs you.
Whoa.
When has it ever been this positive?
Did we just open a portal or whoa? I saw something going across there.
Where?
What the heck? Something just went from here.
Just like Elton said. When has it ever been this positive?
Did we just open a portal or whoa? I saw something going across there.
Where?
Earlier, Elton saw an apparition that we thought was good. Is that who's here right now with
Is
us?
that just a forest?
This is not just a forest.
What the heck? I swear there's somebody sitting on the box.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
Or they're coming
Multiple. There's 1, 2, 3,
They're coming
4.
Everywhere.
Coming out of it.
They're like crawling through it.
Yeah.
It seems like
Because
Because
standing-
it's small
standing on
and it's
top of
getting
it.
bigger and bigger.
And there's
bigger.
multiple of them. There's 1, 2.
Just a thought I realized right now. If we actually ripped open a portal and they can finally break free of wherever they were, why the hell would they stop and talk to us?
Right.
Yeah, they would leave.
right? If the doors break open on a prison, I don't think you're gonna stop and talk to the guards.
Yeah, but it would be like a win. It's like a. Maybe they don't know where to go.
Yeah, like they're just ripping through, and then
Yeah.
just that's what you just saw. You saw someone just come up, and then boom, and look, K2 spiking now. What if that's what you actually just saw? We captured it, energy-wise. What?
Am I seeing? Something just went over that way again.
What does it look like?
It's this like.
What if that's what you actually just saw? We captured it, energy-wise. What?
Am I seeing?
What are you seeing?
Something just went over that way again.
What does it
I
look
can't put my finger on it, but it's like it's just
Is it a light?
like I guess you would call it actually an apparition, but it's so small, so faint.
Just a whisper. I wonder if like maybe we'll hear it.
You tread on bones.
You see.
You tread on bones. I wonder if we're literally capturing evidence of just it coming through behind you. What happens if you step back, like outside the ropes?
Me?
What if we all step outside the ropes? Do you still see it?
Watch out for this red palm.
I'm watching you.
Here's a theory.
Yeah.
Did we just open up a portal and freed everything that's
We're getting down to it.
That's why they're not saying much, because they're leaving.
They're out? Yeah.
everyone's leaving?
Turn around.
No, I hate that.
Did we just help trapped spirits leave? The lady in white. Can you acknowledge if that's what just happened?
Still there.
Yep, it's there. Multiple. 1, 2.
Bunch of them.
Oh my
How
god.
do you say it does look like that?
Oh my god. And they're all in a circle.
Yeah, it's where all of it was. Yeah.
Let's see what happens if I move this outside the circle. Because now we're getting positive things. Which again, joy, gentle.
Right.
Final warning.
Circle, and I get final warning.
You are not safe.
Now it's all negative.
How
In
do
your
that?
sleep,
In your sleep.
Oh my god.
I will stop.
We'll stop when we sleep.
Your Kasisi.
It's going so fast now.
What did you say? What did you say?
In your guard.
That's not
There's
English.
no words. There's no words on it.
That's not English.
What is happening?
I am Akuma.
What?
You're not making.
I am Akuma, A-K-U-M-A.
Is that an actual
See you
name?
soon.
Trail more Panasonic sessions.
Definitely.
Is it past 4?
If it's
408.
Huh?
408.
Wow, so we opened, we got the final story in at like 3:33,
Yeah.
3:45 in the morning.
which is
Something
still
like that.
devil's hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we normally notice is around 4, things start getting slower.
Damn, that also means like if there are like spirits that are like trying to make their way here, they only got like 45 minutes because we believe that the forest can kind of shut down
Once the sun comes
when the
out.
sun rises.
I think it's kind of been proven. I mean, look at that.
I don't know.
I don't know. It seems like
Like
that's
nothing.
That theory's right with the portal.
Yeah.
Seeing what Corbin's seeing over here.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you getting quieter?
Yeah.
It's getting quieter. I think it's dying.
What? is crazy. It completely gone.
Yeah, no, I can't even hear it.
What?
Do you want to try to turn it off and on? I've never seen that
we've
go.
Never experienced this going loud to silent.
Yeah, well, it must mean that it's dying.
Yeah, it's just like power's on, but no audio. I'm not even touching the audio knob. Batteries are obviously good.
Mortal, who oversees this forest, can you tell us if what we did freed any spirits trapped here? Are there any spirits that are left around us? Are there any spirits that are left around us? Was the evil spirit that we were talking to named Akua? If that wasn't your name, or was another person you're talking to us, can you state your name? Can you tell us anything about the or was another person you're talking to us? Can you state your name?
This is devil.
Does it say devil?
Doesn't it? Something.
Devil.
State your name. Tell us anything about the red Fury night.
No fucking way.
Is that
Do it again, do it again.
Can you tell us anything about the red Fury night?
Dude, the devil.
What happened? My ears. What happened? What happened? What just happened?
Dude, something crawled into my ears.
Don't
and I had
It's too early for this.
That's what happened while we were sleeping.
Wow. Was not expecting that.
I miss. Oh, holy shit. You found an entire camp.
What was the ribbon that we found, Evan?
It was slightly further back.
Red,
Oh, the one in the middle of the camp.
middle? No, remember it was on a red.
It was that one was further back.
Okay, we'll check that one out later then. Okay, here we are. Everything from here. Just
Gloves, trash,
Wow.
plastic bags.
Yeah, this is definitely like, this has been here for a while and animals have found it and have come through.
and the ribbon was right here.
That portal ritual actually allowed them to escape. The fact that you saw like two and she's run through, on the SLS you see everything on the ground, specifically in that area.
Yeah, and only in that area too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really crazy thought. It's incredible if that's what happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
It makes sense.
yeah, I mean, we have all the tools that they're coming either out or in. So, I don't know. All right. Should we speed walk it out? Yes. Okay. We will say goodbye and thank you. That's the exit.
So there you have it. The entire series from the Aokigahara Forest. My apologies to all those out there that have dealt with my mispronunciation of it. That was interesting. Do you think we found proof of the afterlife? I don't think one person or one team or one anything is going to be able to answer that question. I think it will be a group or a culmination of research in different areas. Because it's so vast. You have hauntings, you have residual hauntings, you have intelligent hauntings, you have things that go bump in the night, you have poltergeist, you have, it goes on and on and on. From places to people to things to buildings. There is so much. So I think it will be a cumulative answer, or a little bit from here, a little bit from there derives the answer. Personally, I know there's an afterlife. In 2018, I had a hemorrhagic stroke, which just about killed me. But after that time, when I returned home, I saw my mother. My mother had been dead for 20 years, 24 years when that happened. And I saw her plain as day, like I was standing across talking to you. There are things in this world far greater than heaven and earth, Horatio. That's probably wrong, but all right. So, if you have ghost stories, experiences, anything like that, questions, concerns, what you want to see next, let me know. Write a comment down. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. See you soon.